The Supreme Court has attacked Sahara's Aamby Valley Township in Lonavla in connection with the debenture scam. The apex court has said that no property in the township can be sold without the court's permission. Ashmit joins us now with the details. Ashmit, so this saga continues.
So a bit of a setback coming in for the Sahara Parivar, one of their prized assets. That's the Aamby Valley project, now falling victim in the saga that we have seen before the apex court. The Supreme Court spelling it out very clearly that it has indulged Subrata Roy enough, and that it has had enough, and that it is running out of options, and that it is increasingly looking at the route of taking charge of these Sahara assets, public auctioning of these assets, and then subsequently using the received funds to transfer that to the market regulator, SEBI. And in pursuance of that approach, the apex court spelling it out quite clearly that it does think it fit at this stage to go ahead and to attach the Aamby Valley project, that of course being one of the prized possessions, one of the few unencumbered assets that Sahara has in its current portfolio. What's also important is that the apex court has made it very clear that Subrata Roy has no option but to submit a list of unencumbered assets that are clear of charges, which the apex court will then subsequently look at in terms of taking charge and of course the public auction route. That's what they're currently looking at, and this of course in pursuance of SEBI's application of course seeking appointment of a receiver and liquidation of these assets. So clearly the apex court spelling out the road forward very clearly that it will increasingly be looking at taking charge of these assets. Speaking of taking charge, also important to point out that the ED has also filed an application where they've sought provisional attachment of various London-based assets, and what's critical is that one of those assets happens to be Grosvenor House, the second most prized possession that Sahara has in its portfolio. So clearly, tough times ahead for Subrata Roy as well as the Sahara Parivar. Back to you.